Hello and welcome back. I am Dr. Lori Williams. Today I want to teach you how to activate your subconscious. So a lot of things, most of the time, we are actually acting from a place of our subconscious. We're only in our conscious mind up to about 5% of the time, like throughout our day. So it's very important to know what is steering you, what is giving you the direction, what is giving you the responses, and how to tap into that subconscious mind. It really is running the show. So you need to know what it is that is going on with the subconscious so that you can better help yourself and have better self-awareness, and being able to recognize what is truly serving you and what's not. So the simplest and most powerful way to be able to connect with your subconscious mind is just to ask yourself a series of different questions. It's like, how do I feel about, and then insert, and then pay attention to how your body responds. Does your heart start beating faster? Does your palms get sweaty? Do you feel a heaviness in your body? Do you feel like it's stressful? Do you feel like it's something that's sad? If you're getting a negative response from asking yourself this question, you want to make sure that you're going in deeper into it to figure out why that's coming up the way it is. Is it connected to a past experience? Is it a fear that's coming up for you that needs to be looked at? So if you were to ask yourself the question, just as an example, how do I feel about making a lot of money? Or making $1 million a year, just as an example. A lot of people have financial blocks that their subconscious mind is definitely holding them back on. So I think this is a great example to use in this case. So if you say, how would I feel to make $1 million a year? And if panic comes up instead of excitement, if fear comes up of, oh my God, I'm going to lose it all, versus, the things I could do with all the excitement of what you can do with it, how you can share it, how you could change the world. You want to have the excitement, the happiness, and then you know that you don't have any, like your subconscious mind isn't holding on to anything that's not serving you. But if you have that dread and that fear that comes up of like, well, everybody's going to want money, everybody's going to become my friend, I wouldn't know what to do with it, all of that kind of stuff. If it starts to come up, the anxiousness starts to come up, then there's definitely things that you need to work on in that avenue. So when you want to tap into your own subconscious mind and find out what your subconscious programming is, just ask yourself these series of questions. You can do this anywhere at any time. You don't have to say it out loud. It can be something that you just say in your head. But it will be a very powerful tool to help you to really understand what is going on with yourself subconsciously, and maybe help you understand why you react the way that you do, why you show up in your relationships the way you do. Like, say, for an example, I walked a client of mine through this recently. She had this immense fear of being alone. So she showed up in all of her relationships in a very unhealthy way because she had a fear of being alone. And she didn't realize that the way she was showing up in her relationships was actually her fear of being alone that was making her relationships unhealthy. So going through this process, I said to her, I was like, how would you feel if no one liked you? And she instantly had a little bit of like a panic. And then I said, what if you woke up one day and there was no one around you to love you and no one for you to care for? And she started crying. There was such an emotional response from her in those questions that we could begin to very clearly see how hard it would be for her to be alone, and that abandonment was the root cause of that issue. So if you continue to ask yourself the questions and go deeper, in any area of your life, you're going to understand what your subconscious programming is, and then you can begin to make the steps to be able to change it into something that feels better for you, that feels lighter, and that it really truly makes you excited for life. And you're going to show up in your life differently once you've changed that programming as well. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you back here next time.